Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and today we're going to be doing some Momir's Madness, which is actually an event that I didn't really know that was coming up. So, we're going to be playing some Momir. I've heard that there's some interesting changes to Momir. I'm not sure if they're rumours or not, but I would imagine that they're not. But for those who don't know what Momir is, essentially you basically get a deck full of lands, and on each turn you get to click on the Momir symbol on the left-hand side of the battlefield, and you pay X mana, so you want to be playing lands, but also discarding cards, and you create a random token of a creature, depending on the mana cost of X, essentially. And yeah, you just get a random creature from whatever that mana cost is, across standard. Alright. Let's move on, shall we? So, 250 gold to enter, and it's mostly just a little bit of fun. I wouldn't ever actually play this event with the idea of grinding gold and succeeding in mind, but if you do get to 4 wins, before you get your 2 losses, you will actually go infinite. There's actually a rare at 4 wins as well, but yeah, it's probably going to be gems, let's be honest. It's probably going to be gems. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? And let's see what we can do. Okay, opponent already made their land drop before my game had even loaded, and we got some very interesting looking lands. So we're just going to play a land, we're going to pass the turn. Usually you don't really want to do X equals 1 in this game. Sometimes you can start on 2, but you got to remember that the moment you start doing X equals something, you're going to be discarding some stuff. I'm going to go for an X equals 2, because I like X equals 2. Often it gives you something interesting. We only got a 2-1, but we could get some mana docks on 2, which actually makes up for the lack of lands in our hand, essentially. I think our opponent will start, doing their 3s. And they managed to get Izareth the Awakener, which is not particularly great at all. But it is what it is. I'm going to keep playing different coloured lands, and we'll go for a 3 as well. See what we get. And we'll get rid of one of the colours we already have, because why not? Swaggering Corsair, 3 mana, 2/2. Enters the battlefield. If you attacked with a creature, we would have had a +1/+1 counter. Well, we couldn't have attacked anyway, since they have the 3/3. But we'll see. I do want to get up into the higher numbers, as high as you can go, because I've heard there's some interesting stuff up there. I think there's a few. If you get Bells and Lock, you just instantly lose, because it actually exiles your deck until you get to a non-land, which your deck is entirely all lands, so not going to be the thing. I'm going to skip 4, since I went for my 2s. We're just going to work from there. So what you really want from Momir, as far as like the early game random creatures, and there's not really too much skill to it, it's all RNG based at the end of the day. But what you really want is mana docks in like the early game, so you don't have to, so you can pay X a lot earlier, higher X amounts, and then you also want card draw as well, so that you can keep making land drops and also playing your Momir token. So we're just gonna go with our mountain. And we're going to do an X equals 5, see what we can get. Hopefully better than what our opponent got. Ooh, Cavalier of Dawn. Okay, well I can get rid of this death-touching Izareth, I suppose. Trade a 3/3 for a 3/3. I could have traded up as well, but I kind of want to potentially have the ability to attack in at some point during my life. And that Izareth is just well and truly locking us out of doing that, so... See what they can do. They're going for a 6, and they got a Frilled Sea Serpent. She's pretty good, pretty good. And we're going to go for a 6 ourselves. Let's see what we can do. Get rid of Swamp. We got a 7/6 with no text on it. Alright, well... We're probably just going to die to a 2/3 in the air, because we just cannot seem to catch a break. Yeah, we got crappy creature after crappy creature, unfortunately. Our opponent's not obviously hitting very good creatures themselves, but at the end of the day, they're hitting better than us, so it is what it is. Alright, all part of the RNG cycle. Let's go for X7. See what we can get. Palaka Worm, that's not too bad. I think I am going to get him with my 7/6. They can trade off something for it, it's fine. I've got to be doing something eventually, right? Alright, so I'm going to take out their 4/5. Not amazing, obviously. But here's the magic number. Let's see what they start getting. X equals 8. And what's this? Magmatic Force. At the beginning of each upkeep, deal 3 damage to any target. Well, that's not in standard. Whoa. My opponent wins. Let's see what our 8 can be, though. Maybe we get a good 8. So they get to start picking off some of our less powerful stuff. It is what it is. Alright, let's go 5, 6, 7, 8. And discard this Plains. Come on. Waking Sun's Avatar. Good. Awesome. Well, I'm going to get in with my Palaka Worm. Again, I kind of just need to start trading some stuff off, so this time we'll get rid of the 4/6. I just want to get rid of that big booty stuff. And when our Palaka Worm dies, we also get to draw a card, which is exactly what we want, because we can start continuing to make land drops. And I believe there's something pretty cool up at 10. So I guess there's a discussion to be had about this particular card being in Momir. Some people... Ooh, put me to 10. Some people are assuming that this is their historic editions. I'm not of that opinion, I don't think. Mostly because a lot of the cards that we've seen so far... I'm going to take 3 from this. We're very, 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 very dead without life gain. Most of the cards that I've seen spoiled so far that are on this kind of level. What are we on? 2, 4, 6, 9. I don't even know what a 9 would be. Let's find out, shall we? What's a 9? Colossus of Sardia. I've never seen this card before. 9 mana 9/9 with trample. Doesn't untap during your untap step. And you pay 9 to untap it. Wow, that's very bad. Alright, well, we are dead. 3 damage from the Magnetic Force, 2 damage from the little imp thing, and then 3 damage on the next upkeep from the Magnetic Force again. Very dead. Very dead. We got some pretty horrible draws. That's amazing. We maybe could have drawn out of it because we would have been able to get to 10, and there's something exciting on 10 that I hope to get to in the next game, but we're going to be wasting some money on this horrible format for a little bit of fun. Why not? Alright, but yes, I don't really think that these are the historic cards that are all entering, because it seems like most of the cards that have been found in this Momir format so far have been on the 8 and 9 drop level, and some of them have been like really, really overpowered and should not be in any format in Magic Arena as far as I'm concerned. I guess outside of like a cube format, a historic cube, because it's Grizzlebrand in here. Grizzlebrand. No. Just no. No Arena. No. Naughty. No Grizzlebrand in Arena, please. Silly. Silly bad. Let's go for another game. Alright, let's go, shall we? Let's just go Forest and pass. Again, I like my 2 drops, so we're going to probably play one. Let's see if my opponent enjoys their 2s. They don't like their 2s. I like my 2s. I'm all for it. Skip your 1s all day, though. There's some really garbage 1s. And I guess there's some garbage 2s as well, but here we are. Not even going to do the 3s. I think they know exactly what they want to do, and they want to go right up to like 8 and 9 level cards, which is fair. I'm going to swing in after last game with the Raid. Just watch, this is going to be like a pre-combat based creature now. I'm calling it. Let's get rid of the Forest. Power and toughness equal to the number of artifacts or enchantments you control from Throne of Eldraine. Alright. Well, they do have some cards in the early game slots, but this one was from the Brawl event, so it makes sense that it's here right now. Opponent's starting on the 4s, and they got a Volley Veteran, just to deal 1 damage to a creature. A 4/2 though, it's not too bad. But yeah, it's just not gonna clean up anywhere at all, so let's just go with our 4-drops. Let's start going. Boop, boop. And that should be pretty good. Neheb, Dreadhorde Champion, 4 mana, 5/4 with Trample. When it deals combat damage to a player or Planeswalker, you may discard any number of cards. If you do, draw that many cards and add that much red mana, which we could actually use to double up. Ooh, what's this? Oh, I guess a Whatley thing. We can use that to double up our mana from the swing, but right now there's no way for me to trample through. They can just double block and we do a 4/4 for a 5/4, which is not great. So instead I'm just going to go X5, see what we can do. Dump one of these many planes, and we get a 5/3. Great. Wow, I am not lucky enough for this format. I get all the vanilla creatures. All the 1/3 for 3s. Yeah, if we could just get one Neheb hit in, that'd be great. Alright, they got an Atali, which is not going to do anything. So that's cool. Let's go with our 6s. See what we can get. I really need a way to push through my opponent's board. That's a 5 mana, a 5/5 flyer. I like that, actually. I like that. Alright, well, let's pass. We now officially have a clock on our opponent, but that could turn immediately upon whatever my opponent ends up doing here. We will see. I imagine they still win. I have 0 confidence in my ability to win anything. Alright, Scholar of Ages does nothing. Alright, that's a really good hit for us. Alright, let's go with Plains, and we are on the 7s now, so let's go for a 7. I don't think there's many raid cards in 7, so I'll do this pre-combat on the chance that we get some very nice removal. Okay. Well then. I guess I'll swing him in the Neheb now, because I actually 2 for 1 on that attack. Yeah, if they want to block all of it. Alright, that's fine. I'm going to submit 0. Don't really need to. This thing, it did some work, actually. It blocks the Atali, so we don't have to worry about that. We just need to find 2 more points of damage. So we'll see what we can do. We're on 8s next turn. Play our land, do an 8-drop. There's lots of 8s. Lots of 8s that could turn the tide. He says, as our opponent finds the 8 that turns the tide for them. That's a Zetalpa with Vigilance. Alright, well, let's get a better 8 than you. What do we get? Waking Sun's Avatar. Awesome. Awesome. Alright. Gonna be taking 8 from Zetalpa, I guess. Alright, they got the 9s, and they got Furnace Dragon. Affinity for artifacts 5/5. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, which can never happen, exile all artifacts. Well, we're gonna take some damage. No idea how we take care of that Zetalpa, honestly. We just kind of need to go wider than them, I guess. I mean, I suppose I do have, like, the better board state in terms of attackers right now, so I could probably just push through. We're at 3, 6, 7, 8 again, so let's see what this 8 can be. But that'll do something. So if I attack right now, they can block whichever one they want with their Zetalpa, and I will essentially lose it. However, They do mostly have to block with the other two, and they're not very good blocks, like this 5-5 trade. So they're 5-5 and pumps up my 7-7 if it's going to live anyway. And there's 6-6 trades for the 6-6 because it's the only thing that can block. But I'm also making 1-1s as well, so I should be able to go wider than my opponent, in theory. We'll see. So blocks. Blocks. And blocks. Alright. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. All my white creatures. Yeah, +1/+1. So we're going to start making saprolings, which hopefully allows us to go wider than our opponent in time to not die. We'll see. Not very confident in that. But, you know, we're in pretty much the same horrible situation we were in before. But it just keeps getting worse. Alright. That's a 9-9 with trample. Pick a right time, Magic Arena, to give my opponent a trampler. Alright, let's do an X8. It's the downside of doing 2s early, but they can work out in your favour occasionally. And, well, I do get to point some damage at my opponent before I die, but I might as well point it at my own face, because what's the point? Yeah. Yeah, there's always a way that I can get screwed over in Momir, and Lucky Zatalpa was definitely it. And we went 0-2. It was a great use of my 250 gold. Let's do another Momir, shall we? And hopefully it isn't as awful. But it will be. Claim my prize! Whoa! My goodness. 200 gold. Really went far. Alright, let's go back into the arena. Alright, we're in, and we've got a pretty land-filled hand, so we're just going to play a land and pass, see how we play. What's our opponent going to do? What colour are they playing today? We'll see. The mono red. Obviously it's mono red. Obviously. Alright, today I'm going to skip 2s. Today I'm going to skip 2s and we're going to keep going. Because I want to see what the 9s are. Opponents seem to do much better than me when they play in their 9s. I'm going to go for a 3 though. I want to get a little bit of pressure on my opponent, get rid of one of these many... When it's blocked, it deals 1 damage to the player or planeswalker it's attacking. Well, it's going to die almost immediately upon my opponent playing literally anything, so that's cool. Opponent's on Jeskai and skipping all of their plays, it seems. Well, I'm going to get some early game aggression because I feel it might help me out, so let's go for a 4-drop. Oh, come on. Come on. Bye, 4-drop. It was nice knowing you. Oh my god. I hate this format. I hate it so much. 4 mana 5/5. Awesome. Alright. Well, let's see what our 5 mana play can be. Show me something good. You know, I'll accept that. That's not too bad. That's 5 damage in the air over 2 bodies. So this gives zombie tokens flying, so... You know what? I accept that. That might kill my opponent. None of these are artifacts and enchantments either, so I don't really have to worry about that. Oh, have they got removal in their hand? Nah, it's just lands. Okay. Alright, what 5 mana play have you got to destroy me? There's probably plenty. Ah! Has haste as long as you control another dinosaur. Get wrecked. That's terrible. That's terrible. Alright, so it looks like my early game aggression plan is working out for me to a certain extent. I'm gonna say go to that one. And we're gonna go for 6s now. So let's play a 6. See what we get. Fights a creature you don't control. Well, just gonna trade off with this one, I guess. Might as well. It allows me to get in for an extra 3 points of damage. And hopefully that means my opponent doesn't get a Reacher or a Flyer or a removal spell. And we actually have some lethal to present. My opponent's slow rolling their lands has not played out very well for them. Naturally, they draw the Shivan Dragon. Oh god, I hate this game. Alright. Sevens. Give me an answer. Give me your finest answer, please. So, we attack. They kill this dude. They take 2, 3. They don't lose anything. Is it really worth the attack? Losing 2 things? Almost doesn't feel it. Probably isn't worth it. I don't know. I don't know. We got them so close, and then they drew exactly what they needed. I said drew what they needed. They literally RNG'd their way into a victory. Hit you for 3. I hit you for 2, I say. And this is an extra 1 point no matter what happens. Swinging with that. Yeah, go for it. Let's trade 3 points for 2 points. Need to get him down to a really low life total. Maybe we can get the lava dude that deals 3 damage on an upkeep. That'd be pretty cool. I think he's on the next mana cost next turn anyway. We'll see. If they attack with too much, we might be able to punish that a little bit. Not sure. But yeah, let's find out what card. Yep, what card kills us. It's going to be a Meteor Golem, getting rid of my biggest threat. We're going for the Roustabout. Does deal guaranteed damage, putting you to 1. But they want to get rid of my 5/5, which is fair. And they can get in with the Shivan Dragon, or the other dude. It's fine. Come on, find me a point of damage. Find me a point of damage. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's do this. It's a 9/9. It's a 9/9, guys. Okay. Alright. Still at 2. Return away from utter destruction. What could you possibly play here on your 8s? That would be a Crash of Rhinos. A Trampler. Cool. Yeah. Awesome. We're at 5. We're dead unless we can get something good for 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go. It's a Waking Sun's avatar. Okay. Alright. 0-3. Having fun. Having so much fun. Yeah, let's go for the next game. Alright, we're in, and our opponent's on mono red so far. Let's see if they go for that 1-drop. I hope they do, because it's my only hope of winning. They got a Death Toucher. I am actually tilted. Oh, my God. Probably the best 1-drop they could have possibly gotten in that situation. Basically means most of my ground units are pretty terrible. That one's pretty good for us, though. A 0/4 wall. Can't really be too upset about that. Alright, well, we're going to skip our 2 drops. Because they haven't worked out for me, but nothing's worked out for me. So, you know. Can't really say that not playing 2 drops has improved my win rate, because I haven't won yet, so we'll see. 3 mana 2/2, Flyer. Not too bad. We will start on the 3s, though, because we do want to actually put up some sort of pressure. Maybe we can get something better than our opponent's stuff. Nope, we can't. It's an Anaki Ogre. It's a 4/2 with nothing on it. A 4/2, nothing. 4 mana, and they get another Death Toucher. Seems good. Let's play our planes. Let's do our 4 drops. Let's go, go, go. Dump a mountain, and we get... I'll take it. That's pretty good. Alright, pass the turn. I will probably trade off for my their 3-3 for my 4-2. Because theirs has more text on it, which means it's more important. 5 drops. Present one of that damage to dinosaurs. Gotta remember, if they do get some dinosaurs, to worry about that. Okay. Taking 1. Alright, we're only missing swamps on our colours so far. I'm going to put the island down, I guess, for activations. Don't think it really matters too much. Let's get rid of the forest. See what we get. Ilhag. The useful. Alright, well, it's a 6-6 trampler for 5, so... I accept it, I guess. Could this be the match we win? My god, I'm not getting ahead of myself. I'm going to assume that they will draw whatever they need. Discard all the cards in your hand, draw that many cards. Okay. So getting in for 3. Cool. Getting in with another 3. I will trade my Inaki Ogre for that. Absolutely no doubt. This is a beast, not a dinosaur. Still got to keep track of that. Yeah. They just want to lose the race. Okay. Ooh, we got a swamp. Wow. Alright, let's do 6s. See what we got. Zahid. Alright. Okay. There is hope for us yet. Flyers are absolutely premium in this format because they just go right through most of the stuff that our opponent can possibly pull off of these cards. And yeah, alright, they're getting our luck this time. I have traded souls with my opponent. And yeah, they just want to get in some death touch damage. I'll trade my 3-3 for your 4-2. Totally fine with that. Totally fine. Yep, get that out of the way. And we will play another land. I'm going to go with a mountain because there's a lot of like fire-breathing cards, right? And this is a 7. What is our 7? Oh! Oh, that'll win us the game. Draw 2 cards. Absolutely. I want to draw all the cards. Yeah, that's about as good as it can possibly get. We're getting the absolute nuts now. It just feels a little bit hollow because my opponent's getting absolute garbage. They got really one of the best ones they could possibly get, I would say. But, like, most of the other stuff has been pretty crappy. And now we can make land drops for the rest of the game and still keep adding. Maybe we can get to the 10s and showcase some of the stuff that's further up the mana cost tree. Yeah, they've had enough. We're just going to get rid of that, and we'll block that as well. I could get rid of... Oh, actually, no, I can't. This is fine. We're at 8. And unfortunately, they're dead on board, so we don't get to see the cool stuff. We only saw pretty much what's already available. But we got to win! We got to win, damn it! My god. My god, I'm getting some of my gold back. Alright, let's go for another one. Alright, let's go, shall we? Lead off with blue, because it's the scariest colour, and we will pass the turn. I think playing 1s is a trap, because there are too many garbage 1-drops that you just don't really want to see. There's some pretty good ones. Llanowar Elves, Pelt Collector, things like that. I'm going to skip the 2s. It's never worked out for me. So, let's see. But yeah, you wanna skip 1 or 2 numbers along the way, just so that you've got plenty of lands. But I think they've mostly... Wizard seems to have loaded up the 8-drops a little bit, which is kind of where you go when you dodge 1 of the numbers, which turn 1 is what you dodge, you know? Ooh, Jadelight Ranger, that's really good. Draw 2 cards. Very, very good. Alright, we don't have to skip anything from this point forward. In fact, we probably can get to some numbers much higher than our opponent is capable of here. Let's see what their 3-drop is. You see, I might have been a little bit upset. It might have appeared that I've been very salty. I don't know. You know, I tend to. It's kind of an English thing, you know. I can tend to be a little more upset than it actually appears to be. But it seems like it's worked out for me. So yeah, complain enough, and things will work out for you guys. Just there's a lesson to learn, definitely. But yeah, sorry for any of the comments that I've said make it sound salty. It's a little bit of salt, you know? Not gonna lie, there's a little bit there. But maybe not as much as it appears, definitely. I like to think I'm a little bit of a chipper guy. Not too much can faze me. Alright, 5 drops. Cavalier of Gales! Oh my goodness, let's just put some swamps on top. Yeah, in that order, that's fine. Yeah, we're really hitting the jackpot now. I don't know what I've done. Mostly moaning. Moaning has got me exactly where I need to go. Alright, so we know what we're drawing for the next 2 turns, so, you know, we've got some additional information that our opponent doesn't have. Wow, powerful. That is a 4-2 Haste Mentor. Alright, well, it can't get through my Jade Light Ranger. So, gutted for you. We drew a swamp that we knew about. Let's do some 6 drops. And you can see how much card draw actually benefits us. Look how much more card advantage we've got. And it's just really working out for us because we've just got all the best drops in the world. No point getting in with the Jade Light Ranger. We'll just block with the 06 and then get in with their 4-2. It's really not worthwhile. Let's see what they can do. They are dead next turn, pretty much, unless they can do like a board wipe. And I'm not sure what board wipes they could have. That's a bounce spell. And it is also a blocker. So they'll go to 1 here. Well, actually, yeah, if they bounce the 5-5, they'll not go as low. Alright, well, play a land, and 2, 4, 6, 7. Let's see what we can do. Meteor Golem, and that's lethal. Alright, yeah, we're getting the luck that our opponents had in our first run. This game is purely about RNG. There's an aspect of skill to it. I'm sure I've probably been a little bit more aggressive than maybe I should have in this format. But, ooh, it's a mythic. Is that? Hang on. That is an Omnath, which is a card that I want. Was that a Mastery Pass mythic? Oh my god, it was. 2 of the mythics all the way leading up to level 100 have been actual cards. And 1 card that I actually wanted as well, an extra Omnath. Wow. Wow. Blessed. Papa blessed. Alright, well, let's keep going, shall we? Let's keep going. Alright, we're in, and let's lead off with a swamp past the turn. Yeah, as I was saying, there is an aspect to Momir that is skill, you know? Measuring up a board, maybe predicting what your opponent's going to hit with their next numbers. If you're like up the high regions, then there's obviously a certain amount of good percentages that you could probably guess what they're going to get. Like 7's probably got Meteor Golem reasonably consistently, but you know, we got Burning Sun's avatar, like, or Waking Sun's avatar, like 9,000 times over, so you know, there's also that aspect to it. But yeah, I like to think, ooh, oh boy, a Proliferate. Let's get something that has counters on it, shall we? For my 3 mana 1/1 flyer. Yeah, I feel like if you come to this channel to look for pro players, you are completely wasting your time on what you're doing here, for one. But I don't know. When it comes to Momir, I focus a lot less on playing well. For me, it's just more about... Oh, this does literally nothing. It's just more about having a little bit of fun, having a bit of a meme, you know? See what we can do. Let's hit 4s, just in case we get a... I don't know. A Mowu on 4, I guess. But he doesn't enter with counters. Oh, come on! Why? Why is it the creatures that kill themselves that I keep getting? My goodness. Alright, we get to proliferate and then we get to lose all of our work. Cool. Cool. Alright, opponent's 4. What's the best 4 you could get? Like Ravenous Chupacabra? That's pretty good. Although to kill a 1/1, it's probably not that amazing. Woo! Alright, a 2/2 to block my 1/1. That'll do it. That'll do, pig. Yeah, I'm just all about having fun. I like to think that's what this channel is entirely focused on. So as long as you're having fun, and you don't derive fun from skilled play, which I am definitely not a skilled player, don't get me wrong. Like, if you're a beginner, I look amazing, I'm sure. But anybody who has even slightly any amount of experience will know that I am not a skilled player. Alright, we got ourselves a God Eternal Ronus, which is basically just a 5/5 Death Touch that gave me 1 point of damage. That's alright. I'll take it. Death Touches are pretty sweet. 5/5 for 5 is alright. They might want to hold off blocking with their bigger stuff when we have our Ronus. You never know. I'd be interested to see the math on the card pool as to whether or not it actually benefits you to attack first and then do your Momir shenanigans. Because obviously, like, if you're playing in Constructed, there is an element where you should always play your creature's second main so that it doesn't interfere with the combat math that your opponent might be doing. So like right now, I could attack you with my Ronus, and they might double block to kill my Ronus, thinking, well, I don't need those 2 creatures, and then I play my 6-drop, and it's amazing, and they really deeply regret their decision. Let's find out. Let's find out if they deeply regret their decision. Deal 5 to you. And yeah, it looks like we got that double block, as predicted. So both of those are dead. This gets shuffled in, but it's a token, so it doesn't. And now we play our 6-drop, and then is it a card where they would have preferred to have plenty of blockers? Let's get rid of our forest. It's a 5/5, actually. Okay. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control attack, they gain indestructible until the end of the turn. So really, there isn't much in terms of blocking power there to be had. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control attack. So this actually attacks as a... Oh, that's a very good one. Draw a card and discard a card. It's a 2-card disadvantage for us. This actually counts itself on the indestructible, doesn't it? My goodness. Well, that's not too bad at all. Let's go for our 7s. And unfortunately, because our opponent actually made us discard, we're going to be stuck on 7s until we find a card that actually draws us a card. We could wait on our 7 since we're in a decent enough spot. Like, I could swing here just happily. Give everything indestructible. I might wait for my 8. And hope they don't make me discard again. But they're in a very nice position now, where they've got quite the card advantage over me. They can play their lands and get up to these big numbers without too much trouble. I have to skip one of mine now, because they made me discard. And I want to be at 8. I like my 8s. I want to hold information in my hand as well, so they don't know about it. 3 damage to each creature. Alright, that has kind of not done them any favours, to be honest. Let's go for an 8. Let's see what we get. Slin Voda. Voda? Alright. That's pretty good. 8/8 to block their 6/6, and it'll be indestructible when it attacks. We'll be forcing them into some chump blocks, because they will be on 1 from the Angel alone. But this is where they get their Zatalpa, and nothing matters. Well, I think we might still win the race if they have a Zatalpa, because we've got the life advantage here. They got a 1/1. Oh man. Target creature you control has base power 7/7 until the end of the turn. But that is a 1-mana tax that they probably don't want to be doing. Yeah, we're still on 8. We're sticking to 8. Always 8. Hey, Zatalpa. Speaking of the devil, and he shall appear. That'll win us the game. Look how far complaining has got me. You know? We had a historic issue. Couple of weeks for now, you know? 2-1 issue. We complained. It got better. I spent the first half of this video moaning about my bad RNG. And now it's been nothing but amazing. So, yeah. Lesson learned, guys. Always be complaining. Furnace Dragon doesn't do anything. And we win. Always be complaining, guys. And you'll see the screen more. Alright. We are 2-1 now, I think. Something like that. 3-1, actually. Oh, man. One more and I get a rare. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen because I'm terrible. I'm terrible. You see what I did there? Reverse psychology. But don't tell the game because he might hear me. Alright, let's go for the next game. Alright, we're in and our opponent is on the play. I believe being on the draw is better in Momir because you get to see an extra card. I think I'm right about that. I'm not quite sure. I think maybe if you wanted to like even it up, you could probably have them do like commander rules where everybody draws their first card on turn 1. Well, they're going to go for the 1/1, and they got a Footlight Fiend, which is not amazing. This is why you don't go for 1/1s. Our opponent's all for it though. Let's see. Yeah, as I mentioned, like the best thing you could get as a 1/1 is either like a Death Toucher or a creature that generates mana like Llanowar Elves, but they're too few and far between, I would say, to actually justify it. Whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield, put a counter on this thing. Damn. Damn. We're going to skip our 2s. We are under a little bit of pressure, but I'm hoping that we can stabilize with our 3s, 4s, and 5s and things like that. And then from that point forward, we can probably outvalue our opponent with our higher mana cost-based creatures, because it stands to reason if it costs more, it should be better, right? Definitely not actually true, but we'll see. Let's get rid of a forest and see what we get. A 3/2. Ah, okay. When it's dealt damage, we gain 2 life. So what we can do here is we can either trade off with the Wrangler, which gets us some decent value. If they do get 4 power creature on turn 4. Definitely doable. But not today. And if they want to go for the Footlight Fiends, then we'll gain 4 life from that. I don't think the life is going to be terribly relevant, but you just never know, right? Let's go for our 4. See what we can get. Dump the forests. Create a treasure token. Alright, that gives us 1 extra point of value. Not too bad. We're going to keep our blockers back, because it seems to have stopped our opponent in their tracks to a certain degree. Except for, obviously, this Aesthea Glider. 5 mana. We've got a 10/10. Good stuff. Alright, we are on the chump blocks. Officially. Good God, yeah, if we don't chump block that for pretty much the rest of the game, this Glider's going to set it up just to kill us, and I think that's probably going to be the end of our run, unfortunately. We could go for a 6 here. Hope that it does us some good. I do need a decent answer to a Gigantosaurus, and I need it now. Power and toughness is not likely to be a thing that we get. He says, drawing an 8/8 that likes lands. Alright. Okay. I'm into that. We should be able to outrace a Gigantosaurus with a Multani. As long as our opponent can't deal with it. We do have reach as well, so we can actually chump block the Gigantosaurus and kill the Aether Glider. A 6/6 with Defender. And if you put a counter on it, it can attack as though it didn't have Defender. So it'd be a 9/9 for 8 mana. Alright. Well, they're going to make me chump. So chump I shall make. And go up to 14. So we want to make our land drop. Make a 9/9. And yeah, let's go for a 6 drop. I really need something good here because they're getting a little bit far ahead of us, unfortunately. Let's dump the forests. Oh, also when you discard things? Yeah, I forgot about that. When you discard things, You also get some value there. Let's get rid of this glider, I think. Maybe that wasn't correct. I'm not sure. I wanted to kill something that doesn't kill my Indrik anyway. Maybe I should have fought the dude here, but here we are. This thing does not have vigilance, just reach and trample, so I'm going to hold. Do I hold back, actually? Because I'm not blocking with it per se. Probably want to. Yeah, I want to keep this thing back and this thing back. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, this actually gets power and toughness equal to lands in play and in graveyard as well, so we're going to be discarding and pumping this dude. You will almost certainly get much, much, much bigger. And yeah, we're just going to have to keep chumping a little bit. Opponent is going to be able to go wide on us, so that's a clear problem. But that'll be the last Gigantosaurus attack they get in on us, hopefully. So we're at 3, 6, 7. Let's see if we can get something good. There are some good cards that can save us here. Let's get rid of, just keep getting rid of my forests. That's a good card that deals with a lot of stuff. I think, which one do we even get rid of? Like, the Gigantosaurus is not necessarily a problem now, but I suppose it is still the correct play. They're never activating this, so this is going to be a 6/6 wall for life. This thing could get bigger, but never bigger than my Multani. I think I'm just going to kill the Gigantosaurus. And not really in a good spot to attack in, because the attack back is much worse. Alright. Opponent discarding. They're stuck on 6 mana. They get to amass and go wide. Ouch. The wider they go, the worse it gets for us. If they can get something like Verdant Force and start making 1/1s or something like that, we'll be in trouble. And honestly, like, the average power and toughness of their stuff is much bigger than ours as well, so there's a lot of not very profitable blocks for us here. We get to kill one thing, and then other stuff gets to swing in these 6/5s. Now can get past my affectionate Indrik, things like that. It's 3/3s, not blocking anything worthwhile either. But yeah, they're going to have to trade their biggest thing to get some extra damage in, so it's probably not worth it for them. Alright, let's go with a Swamp. We're on 2, 4, 6, 8 now. This is exactly where we want to be. On to 8s. See if we can get something good. You know, a Villis seems pretty decent. And we can give something -2/-2 and draw loads of cards, so yeah, I'm all for that. That's pretty good. If I was to swing in with my 14/14, how do they block? 6 on the defender. I think I can still wait. I think this Villis should carry me to victory. I can just start picking off their little creatures and drawing some cards. What was that? A Book Devourer? I think we're doing it. I think we are doing it. Alright, so let's kill this thing. Take 2 and draw some cards, which means we can go all the way up till whatever mana cost we want to with our plays here. And they hit us again, which means we draw another card. Very good. Alright. So I've done a little bit of activating for an extra card draw. It's probably all that I'm going to need to do, honestly. So now we're at 3, 6, 7, 8 still. So let's discard a bit. We're going to keep our blacks just in case we want to do some additional -1/-1ing on this. Got to be very careful with it though, because we don't want to go too low on life. Opponent's stuck on their 6s, and they actually got the Trample Enabler. That's very bad for us. Actually, what could that do? Is that enough to do some serious damage? Probably. I think they're doing the math right now. Could they have swung for lethal? We didn't have this blocker. We only had 4 blockers. This thing can't attack, so they've got 3, 6 attackers. They could have done some damage, but not enough. Alright, so we're at 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10. I believe there's something pretty cool at 10. So let's find out what's at 10, right? Brolamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. This is a card that I really want in Standard again. Something on this power level anyway, just for the ramp shenanigans. Alright, let's get some blocks in, because we've got a decent blocker now. And I'm going to force some chumps from our opponent. We've got an 18-18 trampler and 8 points coming over the top, so they're going to have to block a lot of stuff here. I guess it's possible that they actually can find a way to swing for lethal back, depending on how they want to block here. We'll see. I've got 18 points worth of power to push through on them, so let's get rid of as many attackers as possible, I think. So we definitely don't want to kill the 6-6 defender. So we've got 15 points on the non-defender things. So yeah, let's just take that for what it is. Threatening lethal. 4 attackers to our 4 blockers. We've got some pretty big blockers as well, so there's not really a profitable block for them. They need something huge here. Azor is not going to cut it, unfortunately, though it does actually stop us from threatening lethal, right? Because we don't have trample. So they get to chump with that on our Villis. This is exile the top 20 cards of their library as well, so they've got 43 cards. It's basically a 2 to 3 attack clock that we have. What can we do on 11? Is there an 11? There must be an 11, right? It's probably garbage, though. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, let's try an 11. I don't think I've ever gone this high in Momir before. There's nothing on 11. Fun fact. Alright. Lesson learned. I want to Ulamog them. It's been too long since I've Ulamogged anyone. So let's just start exiling all the lands out of the deck. Until we go for the mill win. So the force to block is indestructible. And nothing blocks profitably here. We're on 11. We've got a decent block on the Mammoth with our 9-9. Decent block on the Azor with our 6-6. The only problem is this Trampler right here is going to get some damage through, but it shouldn't be enough. So our opponent is still stuck on 6. And 7 is where the big removal comes in on Meteor Golem. So they'd have to skip a turn to get to Meteor Golem mana. I wonder if there's a 12. We're going to find out if there's a 12. Zahid, the blocker. Alright. Yeah, that Wrangler has really gotten into a position of power that we were not too pleased about. We could throw this game. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking about throwing this game just to find out what we could hit, because I'm sure, like, a tiniest little bit of research would have told me that there's nothing on 11. But I'm more interested in actually, like, exploring the format. Let's get rid of that bro. We lost 1 life, we drew a card, which is cool. So now we're going for 12s, right? I think we're going for 12s. 3, 6, 9, 12s. Yeah, let's see if they've got a 12. Again, we could find out easily enough. There is a 12, and it's Golter, of course. Of course, of course. Alright. And if we went in with Villis, the force to block there. Yeah, I guess we'll probably make them double block. Is it worth doing that, though? I mean, they're on 22 cards. They're going to be on 2 anyway. Let's just make sure we don't die. Exile all but 2 cards. They're going to draw 1. And then the next Ulamog attack here is going to mill them out. So, there's nothing on 11. There is something on 10 that you absolutely want to get to. Ulamog is beautiful. My beautiful, beautiful Eldrazi boy. But we get to find out what's on 13. I believe there is a 13 in Magic. I just don't believe it's good. Never mind. We don't get to find out what's on 13. But I'm sure there is. There's, I think there's like a skeleton dragon thing, isn't there, on 13? I can never remember its name, but I think that's like one of the more expensive cards. Or is that the 16? I think that might be the 16. Because second to that guy is Emrakul, Eon's Torn on 15. We actually got 4 and 1, so we're getting some rares. So that's cool. One more and we're actually profiting from this. We're already technically profiting from this, but I've made a loss on the big, huge loss at the beginning of the episode. So, you know, I'd like to make some profit on this. See if we can even out. So let's go for one final game. Alrighty then, we're in for our final game. Our opponent is playing mono green. Cool. See if they go for 1-drops. 1-drop is a mistake, in my personal opinion. But there's a chance you get something good. This is by far a good thing. It's not a 1/1 flyer with an 8 mana activated ability. I suppose, like, if you can set this up for the late game, there might be a point where I'm on 4 and I forget about it. We'll see. Opponent is also going to go for the 2s, and they get the ooze for their 2s, and it kills equipment. Good luck with that. There is no living equipment in this game. Alright, we're going to stick to our no 2s strategy, because it seems to have been working out for us. Feels like this card, Corrosive Ooze, if it's capable of melting the steel from a sword, shouldn't it have, like, Death Touch? Since pretty much anything that blocks it is going to slightly melt. I don't know. If this Pegasus Corsair blocked a Corrosive Ooze, at least it would miss its straps, and whoever was flying this Pegasus would, like, just melt and die, right? Seems like a weird flavor fail, I'm not sure. Let's go with a Mountain to the bin, and we get an Anaki Ogre, my friend. Ah, my familiar Anaki Ogre friend. Good old 4/2s that don't block very well. Alright. Well, I guess I'm going to keep taking the damage, because this can just give flying to their 2/2s anyway. Okay. Maybe if they get an excessive amount of card draw, they can actually start using this. We'll see. But yeah, we're going to take a big hit here. And we might actually get aggroed out by opponent. So one of the upsides for going for the 1-drops is that you can actually get some early game damage, but if your opponent manages to stabilize into the late game, they get the better cards. They get the higher mana cost stuff. When it enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice a creature. If you do, put some counters on it and then scry 2. So I can get a 5/5? Nah. Nah. This 4/2 is going to block just fine, and I do kind of, well, short of the Pegasus Corsair anyway, I have a good block on this ooze. I think I'd rather have the extra bodies rather than one big body, thank you very much. I want some card draw. Where's my Explore creatures? They're kind of premium in the early game. I guess things like Merfolk Branchwalker are definitely like a reason to go for the 2s. But you've got J-Light Ranger on 3 as well, so it is what it is. We're going to die, by the way. Unless this card is going to be, like, really good. Can I get something really good, please? On our 5s, we have a 3/4 with Vigilance. It's a thing. It's a thing, alright. Okay, well, game for 3. Yeah, we're taking 5 in the air, and then they've got 2 points of flyers ready to go. So I need something that removes a creature and also has reach, or gains me life. Something like that. A flyer that kills, or a reacher. But yeah, we're just getting aggroed out, and that's going to be disappointingly it seems. I don't even know what on 6 we could possibly get that helps us here. We'll find out, though. We'll find out. It's probably going to be garbage, just like our other 3 creatures. It is a Volcanic Dragon, and we are dead to the go wide strategy, unfortunately. 3 attackers in the air to my 1 blocker. They only need the 2 points from the dude, so we are dead. Alright, well, that's going to do it. This RNG Fiesta is coming to a close. But we actually went 4 and 2 in our second attempt, so it's not too bad. You know, I'll take it. I'll save my opponent the effort of probably BMing me. You never know. Most people do. Alright. Let's see what we got, because we did get a rare, actually, as part of our reward, and it's gems. Naturally. Alright, a disappointing end to a disappointing start. So we're coming back full circle with this one. I hope you guys enjoyed some Momir. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so we can go for some more Momir madness in the future. I like what they've done, actually, with the additional cards. Hopefully those aren't the cards that they're actually considering for the historic format, because I really don't want to see any cards being added to historic that weren't just in a full set kind of situation. Honestly, if historic is just back to Kaladesh and leave it at that, I'll be happy. I don't really like the idea of Wormcoil Engine and Brainstorm in historic, so hopefully we can leave the Ulamogs of the Magic history out of our casual historic format, because it's just going to be weird and nothing will ever settle, because, you know, you'll be crafting your cards and then they'll become obsolete because Wizards will decide it will be. So, I don't know. I enjoy Momir. I enjoy it as much as it really annoys me sometimes. But that's what RNG is all about, right? Sometimes RNGesus is just really not your friend and he kicks your dog. But, you know. Like and subscribe, guys. Hit that bell icon for more content like this in the future. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.